Hello, Eagles, and welcome to Eagle News here with Mr. J. It is Wednesday, September 18th. We have a few birthday shout-outs today. Our first one goes out to Trust Robinson in House Kefi, Elijah Cuevos in House Mudita, Maggie Borst in House Julia, Annabelle Liang in House Duende, Elena Bacon in House Mudita, and Amari Custis in House Julia. Happy birthday today. So what's happened this week? We do have our house meetings taking place on Friday, so right around the corner. We do have a couple houses that have earned that Eagle Magic, and we'll talk more about houses and what your house can actually try to work for throughout the school year. There is a fire drill that's going to happen tomorrow on Thursday at 2:45. Again, we had to move the other day due to our weather. Yesterday I did talk about making good choices and what the outcome could be if you do not make good choices. And two highlights we are talking about here is not being able to keep our hands to ourselves. The first one is aggressive physical contact. If you're 4th and 5th grade, you're looking at least 2 days of OSS. 6th grade, you're looking at 3 days of OSS. And unfortunately today, we may be issuing some of this to some students in our building. Pushing, shoving, smacking, horseplaying, same thing. This is going to give you a minimum of ISS. Keep your hands to yourself. We are here to obviously learn and get an education and to make sure it is a safe place for everyone at school. Another change is coming to our breakfast carts. It is going to start tomorrow. So we're realizing that there is an overcrowding at door 13 outside of Dr. Newcomb's space with Mudita and Julia getting lunch. We need to spread you guys out. So let's take a look at the update. No changes this time to House Duende and House Kefi. Still going to be in the same area, located near the entrance to the cafeteria. House Mudita, you're going to enter where you are supposed to enter coming from the courtyard. If you're riding the school bus, it's going to be in the same place right outside coding Dr. Newcomb's space. You're going to go there and only there to get your breakfast. House Julia, you are going to actually enter through the library. That's where you should be entering this whole entire year unless you need your breakfast. So all Julia, you're going to enter through the library. As soon as you go through the library, there is going to be a breakfast cart on the other side right there. That's where you're going to get your breakfast and from only there. If you are a car rider, obviously you're coming through the back at door 7 at the entrance to House Mudita and House Kefi. If you are obviously going to be House Mudita, you'll walk down to where your breakfast cart is, then go to class. If you're Julia, you're actually going to stop at the House Mudita one, get your breakfast, and then continue along your way. If you're in House Kefi or House Duende, you'll go to the Kefi and Duende one. This is starting tomorrow, students. Our essential of the week is to have good character, to build positive relationships, and develop self-worth. Let's dive a little deeper today into what that means. So additional qualities of good character is not asking for a reward, using and showing enthusiasm, and holding the door for others. You should always work hard, not because you want a reward, but because you are trying to better yourself. If you ask for a reward, it will not be given. And many times some students will say, hey, Mr. Johnson, are we going to get some house points? Mr. Johnson, are we going to get a golden feather? When you ask, the answer will always be no. Make sure you enjoy life and be enthusiastic. When you are enthusiastic, you are more likely to be more productive, more confident, more positive, and lastly, you'll experience more peace of mind at the end of each day. And lastly, hold the door for others. If you are the first person to enter the door, hold it for others to walk through. As people do walk through the door, they should be saying thank you to the door holder. So let's see your enthusiasm. Holding the door for others and not asking for rewards to earn some house points. So houses, did you help or hurt? Luckily, no changes in our house sportsmanship. A great way to show sportsmanship is going to be this Friday in our house meetings. As we look at consecutive days of good behavior, great job to House Duende. You have set another high score. You are at 8 consecutive days of good behavior. 2 more, and you're going to get 10 level 2 Eagle Magic and 100 house points. Kefi, congratulations, you're back to 1. It did break Miss Wilde in our hearts that we had to go to 0, but we must be held accountable for any poor choices that we do make. So way to go, back to 1. Excellent job to House Julia. You got yourself back to 2. Now your your high score is only 3. So tomorrow you can actually tie that high score, and by the end of the week, hopefully we'll beat it. Unfortunately, House Mudita is going to remain at 0. Not only are we expecting you guys to make good choices here at school, we're expecting to make those good choices on the school bus as well. And a couple students in House Mudita did not make good choices the other day, and unfortunately will be held accountable for those, which is then going to result into your house going to 0 and losing 2 hearts for your house. So House Mudita right now, you only have 5 hearts left. We are about halfway through the month, but remember, you don't want to end with the least amount of hearts. You want to end with in the most amount of hearts to get the most bonus spins. Still, we see House Julia at the top currently right now, but again, this is only week 3 of the school year. There are plenty of more weeks left to see who will actually end up at top at the end of this year. House Kefi, again, you're the only house that has not won, and you're right there in second place. What a great position to be in. Our legacy thought of the day: the greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Students, make it a great day or not, the choice is yours. We love you, and leave a legacy.